everybody, today we are going to make something unique and different. And this comes from the Make a Mix cookbook. This here was given to me as a gift, and I'm going to share with you something really unique that we're going to make with it. It's called 5-Way Beef Mix. I really got into this, and what we are doing is we're going to do some batch cooking. This is called 5-Way Beef Mix. And what you do is you're going to make a bulk mix of beef, and then below it, it has all kinds of recipes that you can use that beef mix for. So, I'm going to make the beef mix today, and then I'll share with you in upcoming videos how we can use this and make it into 4 or 5 different recipes. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take 5 pounds of ground beef, and we're going to add 4 onions to it, and we're going to saute it. And we're going to add some beef gravy, 8 cups of peeled diced potatoes, 6 cups of peeled carrots, and 1 package of frozen peas, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper. I'll show you how this all comes together. And then what we're going to do is we're going to freeze it. You're supposed to freeze it into 5 different containers. Now I'm going to freeze it in bags because I don't have any containers. And then we pop it in the freezer, and then whenever we want to make a meal, we just take that out of the freezer, and then we add it to some of these. So this is neat. This is so unique. I don't know if you guys seen the video where I did the pizza crust. I did that in a mason jar. That was amazing because I have to do some more of those videos as well. But this is really great because all you got to do is, for instance, you can make Grandma's hamburger soup. All you do is add that to some tomatoes, and then you got soup. Then there's a vegetable and cheese casserole. You add that to a few other ingredients, and you got a meal. And then it's the deep dish pot pie. That's what I'm going to be making coming up here soon. But let's get started with this part of the video because this is making the beef mix. I got my beef really reduced, and I got it for about $4, and it was about 5 pounds because I got it like it was like a day or 2 old. So let's go make everything together, and I'll show you what it looks like. We're going to take our onions, and we're going to take our ground beef, and we're going to saute it all together. Now this isn't quite 5 pounds, this is almost like 4 pounds, but that's alright. Alright, so let's saute this, and then we're going to get our diced carrots and potatoes, and we're going to also cook them just for about 15 minutes. We don't want to cook them soft, but we want to cook them that they're parboiled. Here is the potatoes and carrots. Now we're just going to cook these just a little bit, and we're going to saute the ground beef, and then all we do is we're going to put everything together in a big bowl, and we're going to put it in freezer bags. So all we're going to do is put all of our ingredients into a large bowl. So we want to make sure that we drain the fat off of our ground beef. I go for cheaper cuts of ground beef when I know I'm going to be sauteing it, because then you can drown the fat out of it. Now we're going to add our 1 pound of peas. We're going to add 1 container of gravy. Unless you want to make your own, you can make your own gravy. This almost looks like the fillings for a shepherd's pie, doesn't it? Alright, now we're going to add our potatoes and our carrots. And there is our mixture. Now this is going to make us, it says 5 meals. Now this is only 2 of us, so this might not make as many meals for some people. And for me, this is probably going to make 3 meals. Alright, so now we're going to let this cool, and then we are going to put this into 3 different containers or 3 different bags, and we're going to freeze it. And you're going to see in upcoming videos all of the recipes I'm going to be using this main beef mix. So the 5-way beef mix, this is part 1 of the video showing how we put it all together. And then I will label it part 2 and part 3 and part 4 as we make the meals using this. So as Cheat Meal Monday, this is part 1. Once again, here is the cookbook. It's called Make a Mix. And it is amazing. There's all kinds of things that you can do to mix up ahead of time so your cooking is easy. And if you only have a household of 1 person, think how far this food would go for you. You could make countless meals with this. So it's the Make a Mix cookbook, and this is one of my favorites that I'm going to be using quite often here on my videos. Food has cooled off. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it into these plastic bags. Plastic container would be so much better, but I didn't have that. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to equally put the food in these bags. So that is 3 cups. Let's go with 4 for this one, because I am going to make a beef pie with the 1. Alright, so there's 1 meal. Now of course this is going to give us leftovers. So when I make a meal, I'm going to have leftovers as well. You know what? I'm just going with 4 cups in all of them. Wow, this is so much fun! And this is something that anybody could do. It doesn't matter how large your household is or how small it is. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about that cookbook. I think I'm going to be making a lot of things off of that. Alright, so this last one is going to be just a little bit smaller. That's okay because some of them are soups that this is going into, and some of them is casseroles. This one here will go into a soup. Alright, so now we have our bags, and get ready for some recipes with all of this amazing food. Alright, they're nicely packaged and we're going to put them in the freezer.